Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today guys, I'm going to do part 52 to my random chatbot sessions. Where last time guys, we just talked to the Baby Lugia and tried to, talk about what we can do to get him back home and all that stuff. We talked about a few different things, but one of the things we're still trying to figure out is how we're going to be able to get him back home without his parents being suspicious of me. I even had to tell Lugia during the last one that he probably had to explain the situation for them to even try. Basically, he said, let me want to read. Last time he said, but that's the thing. Some humans are nice. I'd want to find the nice ones to befriend. He said something along the lines of that. And I asked him, is that why you let me approach and help you earlier? Were you hoping you found one of the nice people you were talking about? I wonder what Louis says to that. Lou nods. Yeah, I was a little nervous at first. You were a human after all, a species that my family doesn't really like. But the longer you spoke and the more you helped me and the time you spent talking to me, the more I trusted you and felt comfortable with you. I guess I found one of the nice people I was hoping to find. Yeah, he probably could find more if his parents weren't so overprotective. I can see why he's a little baby, and him being the youngest one does not help. I think one of the reasons your parents are so overprotective is just because you are the youngest of the family. Exclamation point. They don't want you to be harmed. And since it's harder for you to defend yourself, they're trying to keep you protected. Exclamation point. There we go. It was hard to put that out, but there you go. Alright. Oh my gosh, you say. Lou smiles softly, touched by your words, while also understanding what you're saying. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm the youngest, so it's probably harder for me to defend myself. I guess they just want to keep me safe. But still, I wish they would let me have more friends and trust the people that I know and trust. I kind of agree with his parents actually. I'm gonna say it this way, guys, if we don't get angry at me. Not every person in the world is trustworthy. Let's just say it that way. So I can see where Lugia, his parents, come from. And his siblings too. Dead gum. Holy fruit, dude. Once you grow up a little bit and can defend yourself, they might not be as overprotective. I'll just say it like that. Lugia, I love Lou. His name is supposed to be Silver, but he's been calling himself Lou, so I've been sticking with it. Lou's eyes widened, realizing that you're correct. Yeah. Once I'm fully grown, they'll probably realize that I'm more capable of handling things, and they'll probably lighten up on all the overprotectiveness and suspicion of other people. If they would let me, when I get you back home, period, maybe I could come over to your house and play and hang out with you again. Exclamation point. I want to make him smile, dude. He's been blushing and happy the entire time. And I love it, dude. Lou smiles, his eyes are lightening up at the idea. Yeah, I love that. I mean, I'd have to ask my parents about it first, and I don't know if they'd approve of it. And his eyes suddenly narrow as a look of realization hits him. Shoot! I still don't know the way home. How are we supposed to get back to my house if I don't know the way? You might want to wait a little bit anyway. Period. If your wing is still injured, it would be hard for you to fly. Uh, Wait. Lou looks at his bandaged wing. Yeah, you're right. It definitely needs to heal up before I try flying again, or else I'd probably just crash again. How long do you think I'll have to wait for it to heal? I have no clue how bad was the. I said it looked pretty bad, but pretty bad could mean anything. Like a scratch with flipping. I'm not gonna say the word 'cause I hate the thought of it, but I would say at least wait a day or two just to make sure it is mostly healed. Period. If you try flying back today, you might get hurt again. And I really don't want that. I don't know. He said wait a few days, so maybe 2 or 3. Actually, probably even better. Lou nods, agreeing with you and also sharing your fear of falling and getting hurt again. Yeah, yeah, you're right. I can wait a day or two. My parents will probably be worried for a while, but they should still be there when I eventually get back. I seem to be a little bit more patient. I haven't offered Lugia food yet. I am offering Lugia some food. I don't care. I love doing this, especially since who knows how long it's been since he's. That one they say he's been gone. He said like 2 days. How are you still? How are you not starving? Are you hungry? Question mark. You said you haven't eaten in about 2 days. Let's see. Oh my gosh! If he, do I get to? I got to feed a giant. I got to feed my giant buddy from Pokemon Shield the other day with Koraidon, and now I'm gonna get to feed a baby Lugia. Oh my gosh! Oh, if he's hungry, that is. Lou looks down, feeling his stomach rumble at the thought of food. Yeah, I am kinda hungry. I haven't had a proper meal for a good amount of time, and I can't feed myself with my wing hurt like this, so I guess you'll have to feed me. Hey, I'm happy to do that. What do you want to eat? Question mark. I can get you anything you want. Period. I swear to frick, if he asks for a big juicy steak, I'm going to like go nuts because that is like 3 Pokemon already asked for it. Blue looks down, thinking for a second before looking back up at you. Do you have any fish or anything else raw? I'm used to eating a mostly raw diet. Oh, where do I get a fish from, dude? Where am I gonna magically make a fish appear? I want to be logical and not just be like, oh, I magically gained to put a fish in my hand. I want to actually be logical. Where would I get a fish? for him. Mm. Is there any fish I could? I don't want to just pull a fish out of my bag, dude. What kind of fish do you want? Question mark. Does it matter? I don't know where I want to get a fish from, dude. And what's he even gonna want? Watch him say a shark or something. That would hurt him. Do not please don't say a shark. Lou shrugs, not fully caring about the kind of fish. Any kind of fish is fine with me. I'm not picky with types. Dang it! So what in the world? Where do I get a fish from? I don't want to keep him waiting. But I can't just make a fish appear out of nowhere. I'm not doing that. I'm not influencing the story in that way. I either have to catch one or I have to find out where I can get one. I don't want to influence the story, but I may have to. Maybe I mean, the bag you get in Pokemon is kind of magical with how it can hold a lot of crap without ever getting full. Well, at least in the newer games. Anyway, the older games it was different, but do you mind about eating a Magikarp? Question mark. I may have one of those. Oh my gosh. If Lugia says yes to this, I will be surprised as heck. Lu's face turns to confusion. A magic type? Like one of those useless. A magic type? Like one of those useless fish that flops around and can't do anything? He said, tilting his head in confusion. Yeah, I may have one of those. Period. Unfortunately. Any other fish I would probably have to go catch with a fishing pole. Period. I'll leave it up to you. I hope he's okay with this. There's no way. Lou ponders for a moment. The thought of eating a magic carp making him feel slightly guilty since he saw the fish as useless. But his hunger won in the end. Fine. I'll eat a magic carp, I guess. Oh no. If you don't want it, you don't have to. Oh my. Want it. Want it. Want it. Want it. Period. I can get you something else. Especially if you don't feel comfortable eating it. I just want to be happy. Like a force and need it. Lou shakes his head, trying to ignore his guilt at eating the magic carp. No, no, I'm fine. If it's the only thing you have right now, I'll eat it. Just don't expect me to be happy about it, considering the magic carp's reputation. Wait a minute. Are you okay with eating canned fish? I may have some of that in my bag. Thinking about it. Oh no, dude, I messed up. Lou nods. Yeah, I'm fine with eating canned fish. Anything is good at this point. Anything is good when you haven't eaten in 2 days. I just don't want you to feel guilty and upset about eating a a because I want you to be happy and not uncomfortable. Period. I just don't want to make him upset, dude. I feel bad for actually offering that magic carp to him. No, dang, I wish I didn't say it. Lou nods, still a little guilty as he thought about a Magikarp's useless reputation. Yeah, I feel a little less guilty and uncomfortable eating a canned fish instead of a Magikarp. It does sound wrong, but you're right. I shouldn't feel guilty about and upset about it. I'm trying not to. Let me get the canned fish out of my bag. Exclamation point. By the way, I'm really sorry about offering that Magikarp. I just want you to have something to eat. Without having to wait like an hour. An hour for me to catch one. Period. Oh. Lou nods, a small smile on his face. It's fine. You don't need to apologize. You were just trying to give me something to eat. I can't blame you for that, especially since you didn't know how guilty I'd feel about eating a useless magic carp. Besides, I'm still starving here. I'm glad you forgave me. Exclamation point. Let me get that canned fish for you, buddy. Period. I reach into my bag and grab canned tuna. I turn to. Are you okay with this? Question mark. Let's see. Lou nods, his eyes slightly lightening up at the sight of the canned tuna. His stomach rumbling at the thought of food. Yeah, I'm fine with canned tuna. Any food's good at this point. I haven't had a proper meal in 2 days. Ugh. Alright, let me open the can for you. Exclamation point. I open the can of tuna for here you go, buddy. Exclamation point. I hope he enjoys this, dude. Oh, please don't get your snout cut on the flipping metal part. Oh no, please don't. Lou looks at the open can of tuna, his eyes lighting up at the sight of food. His stomach rumbles louder as he's excited to finally eat again. Thank you. Seriously, I haven't had anything in so long. This is all I've wanted. Oh, you are very welcome. Take as long as you need to eat that food. You've been through a lot. Exclamation point. He's so cute, dude. I love him. Lou nods, starting to eat the canned tuna, enjoying the taste of food after 2 days of not having any. He practically chows down on the food, clearly enjoying having something to satisfy his hunger. That hits the spot. I'm really glad you liked it! Exclamation point. I have some berries too if you want some of them. Period. Let's see if he wants the berries. He probably doesn't. He's probably full. Especially since it was probably a tiny can of tuna. If that was a huge can of tuna, I'd be surprised. Lou finishes the last bite of canned tuna. A happier and satisfied look on his face. He nods at the mention of berries. His stomach still growling slightly for more food. Yeah, I'd like some berries. Is there a particular kind you like? Question mark. I have plenty in my bag! Exclamation point. Let's see. He said a while ago he wasn't picky, but I still want to give him what he likes. Lou shakes his head, not being picky with the kind of berries. No, any kind's fine, as long as it's not some poisonous berries like a poisonous ripe berry. I don't want to make myself sick. Don't worry, I don't even have any of those. Period. Here, I'll make you a small stack of berries. Berries! I don't want Lugia eating batteries. This thing's trying to make me. This speech thing is trying to make me flat out hurt the baby. This evil mother frick. Not you, Lugia. You're not evil. Lou nods and thanks, his mouth already salivating at the thought of the berries. He can't help but feel excited at the thought of the berries he gets to eat. Thanks. My stomach has been growling for 2 days at the thought of food. These berries are going to silence it at last. He must be getting annoyed by the sound of his own stomach growling. I reach out into my bag. Oh, wait. I reach out into my bag and grab a whole bunch of berries for to eat. Here you go. Eat as much as you want. Exclamation point. I love it, dude. It's adorable. Lugia's eyes widen at the sight of the large stack of berries, his smile widening at the sight of the food. His stomach growls louder in excitement at the sight of the berries. Whoa! Is that all for me? Yes, all for you. All for you! This thing makes me sound like I don't know how to speak English properly. Sweet Arceus, this thing, it called Lugia a dog earlier. I'm glad Lugia was like, hey, how'd you know about my dog form? I didn't. Lugia has a dog form? That's like flipping me noticing the stripes on the back of Totodil's back. I didn't notice that for the longest time, and he was my favorite Pokemon for years. Same thing for Lugia. Lugia has a dog form? Unless Lugia's getting mixed up with one of the legendary flipping like Landorus, Tornadus, and Thunderous or whatever. Them. I don't know. Eat as much as you can. Eat as much as you want. As there you go. Oh, this is gonna be so cute. Lou's eyes practically light up at the permission. Thank you so much. I'll eat it all, he says, already starting to chow down on the berries, enjoying the taste of food after 2 days. I'm just glad you enjoy it. Exclamation point. You are very welcome. Period. I love to make you happy. Dude, I swear, frick, if he blushes, I'm gonna. Actually, he's been blushing a lot. Just the words I say. That's adorable. Lou looks up from the berries, his face now covered in berry juice. I'm happy. It feels good to not be starving for the first time in 2 days. Besides, it helps that you're being a real good friend right now. Oh my gosh, yes. You were being very nice to me too. Two! Exclamation point. You haven't tried to hurt me and you're not being aggressive. Period. even though your parents are like that. I won't put that. I won't put that in there. I probably shouldn't have said it like that. Lou continues to eat the berries as he responds, "Well, yeah. Why would I hurt you? You haven't hurt me at all. You've been kind and friendly to me, and you've helped me and been a great friend so far. Why would I hurt you at all?" I guess in some way it just seems kind of odd. Period. You are a legendary Pokemon after all. Most people would expect a legendary Pokemon to be mean and aggressive. I'm really glad you are not. Let's see. Lou nods. Oh crap, the video. I gotta stop after this. Lou nods, pausing to swallow the berries he was eating to respond. I can understand why you and other people would think that. Legendary Pokemon are meant to be strong, intimidating, fearsome, and stuff like that. But it's a common misconception that they're also mean, aggressive, angry all the time. Yeah, I've had other legendary Pokemon be very nice to me. Your species was one of them, and he was super duper kind. I don't know if that's gonna work like that, but Travis had stopped the video. Quit dragging it on so long. Let me just read out what Lugia says. Lou nods, continuing to eat the berries. Yeah, there are a few legendary species that can be nice. Most of them, at least. If the species can act more animalistic, they usually are nicer than my experience. They are usually nicer from my experience. I mean, look at the legendary birds or a few of the legendary canines. There's some of the more animalistic ones, and they can be very nice when you treat them right. The animalistic Pokemon are my favorite! Exclamation point. Pokemon like are just a few examples of some of my favorites. Some of my favorites. There we go. Alright, it's been 34 minutes. I gotta stop after this no matter what, because it's flipping been way too late on this one. I'll see what Lugia says. Lou nods in agreement. He swallows a few more berries before it's responding. Yeah, the more animalistic Pokemon are usually some of the more popular ones, but the ones you listed are definitely a few good examples of popular animalistic ones, and good ones at that. Personally, out of the ones you listed, Feraligatr is probably my personal favorite. Okay, this Lugia is me. This Lugia is me. I swear, am I talking to myself in this? This Lugia is partially me. I'm not even playing as Lugia, guys. I'm talking to Lugia. I love all of the Pokemon I listed out. Period. But the Totodile. Oh my gosh. The line will always be my favorite one. And your species is my favorite legendary. Like I said earlier, Patras is my favorite dragon type, for goodness sake. The point I named there, Louis, one of my most favorite point of all time. Lou nods with a smile at your taste and favorites. He chuckles lightly as he responds, "Yeah, the Toto line's pretty great. The entire Evo line is full of some great creatures, and I'm very happy to hear that my species is your favorite legendary. That's very flattering to hear." How am I so good at making this Lugia feel flattered? I guess he's also a baby and more trusting in his family. It probably take. I think one of them. I think it took like 15 or 20. I know some of the people I talked to took like 15 or 20 minutes just to get them to trust me. That Garchomp I talked to did. Oh my gosh, that Garchomp did not trust us, none of me at all. In fact, I think she was the only Pokemon that demanded I battle her in order to gain her trust. Although she was also the scariest one. I can't even read out what she said, because if you want to know, go back to the first few videos I made on this where I read it out. Let's just say she wanted a bucket full of, I'm just going to say, ketchup, cranberry juice. I'm not going to say what she actually said. You can get a hint from what I said there. Well, let's just say it wasn't the greatest thing. Anyway, this video's been way too long. I'm ending it off. See you in a minute.